And looks like we're live. Whoops. Put that away there. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ark, and welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We are now on, we're still on episode 3, but it's time for the day 3 trial. Or, I guess the second trial, if you're counting. Yeah, we did some investigating as much as we could. Still haven't found too many hints on who the killer is, but we've narrowed down the suspect list. Or broadened the list, I should say. Because before it was only Will Powers that was available. Hey Will, what's wrong? Cheer up, buddy. Mr. Wright? Yeah? Why do you look so unhappy? Me? No, nothing. No. Really, everything will be fine, you know, I'm not worried about anything. Right, Maya? Huh, she looks even unhappier than me. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. Maybe we'll meet in the next afterlife together. This is no time for dead people jokes, Mia, please. Well, you know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless, right? But if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, as he claims, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. So you're saying there's a chance one of these pieces of evidence that we have, which is literally not that much, to be honest, something in here is going to help prove him innocent. I highly doubt that, you know. Well, we have to find something, Phoenix, today, because it's literally the last day, right? Only 3 days. Or we could lose the trial, if you're okay with that. No, I'm not okay with that. It's going to ruin my perfect record so far. This isn't going to be easy. I mean, come on, Phoenix. You can't expect to go into a court having every piece of evidence and clue you need. And true to this series, a lot of times the major clues just come during the court itself. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving that they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Wonder if it'll be that producer. Nah, too soon, right? The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Oh, I guess they could call the director, yeah. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I'm like the Steel Samurai noob, Raffle. Raffle? What? Salmonella, I'm a director. Television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix? Let's start by picking his testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day must have done it. Right, and I have a feeling it wasn't the director, which realistically only leaves the producer. Yeah. Chief doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure, you know? As if I wasn't under enough pressure already. Day of the murder. So, I was at the studios from around 9 that morning, During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Oh boy. I can't see anything at face value that's wrong here. I have to check my evidence. Still autopsy report, right? The photo. Guide map. The map doesn't really have anything of interest though. There's the spear. An empty bottle that reads sleeping pills, which I think will be important at some point. The monkey's head. All we know about the monkey's head is that the path to the scene of the crime was cut off from this time to this time. Then there's Path to Glory, which for some reason I can't. How come I can't check it? It contains photos of every victory seen, every battle Steel Samurai's won. I'm guessing that book will be brought up when the little boy is brought into the witness. Studio for round 9. Doing an action scene round 2, right? I don't know that. Took a lot more time than I thought it would. Why did it take more time though? Hold it. Why did the action scene go so long? Pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Right, that's the limp. Which of course led to me missing my lunch, Roths. Roths? What the heck is a Roths? Rolling on floor shitting? Rolling on the floor starving? Huh. Here, everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. Huh. Yeah, we saw them, or the remains of their lunch. I had a meeting in Studio 2 trailers, so I ended up skipping lunch. But hang a second, weren't there plates of food in Studio 2? So you're saying in the end you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Could you believe it? Oh no, that must be so tough. You know how many of us would kill for a steak? Phoenix, no talking about murder in the court. Oh, sorry, Chief. So doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's a little vague. There's something bothering me. Mr. Manila, just now you said steak at least, right? Did you eat something other than steak? Yeah, how'd you know? Good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket, which I used to stave off the starvation. Okay. Is that all? I'm sure I was onto something there. Meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, pretty sure no one. Let's see. Hold on. What were you discussing all the way until 4? The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this. The sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manila, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Could you believe it? Actually, I kinda can. Who knows what the heck he wrote in those scripts, but considering his personality, well, probably more with the Pink Princess. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting, right? Hang on. You didn't take a single break? Well... yeah, not a one. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and hit him with later. Phoenix, if his alibi holds, Powers is finished. So press him as hard as you can and find out where he's lying. Right. I guess it has to be... the meal. and how no one left. Let's press this again. Let's say seems odd now that you mention it. Contradictory even. Mr. Manila? What do you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates. Same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate the lunch there? No, yeah, good call. Well, I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat, after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. When exactly did you eat it? Oh, we took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. The mental image, I will carry it with me to my grave, unfortunately. Hang on a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. So I can use his own testimony as evidence against his testimony. Brilliant, Phoenix. Hold it. So you're saying they didn't take a single break? Yeah? Wait a second. I do have an idea. Bam! Wait just 1 minute. Mr. Miller, you've just contradicted yourself, you fool. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Raffle. Well, no raffling out of this one. Mr. Manila, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess I did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. I don't see what's so important about a break. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. No. Edgeworth is laughing. Every time he laughs, a baby seal dies. He's laughing for some reason. He must know something that we don't yet. He thinks we're walking right into a trap? The break. Yeah, FWIW. We took a break, Raffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15. It's only 13 in base 12. Base what? I mean, not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. But where did the bone in the T-bone steak go? I don't think I was going to ask that. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. You said you ate a T-bone steak in 15 minutes? I call baloney. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. This guy's hat is weird. I think it's on backwards, but the back part of it is like a samurai styled hairdo. FWIY. FWIW, what? It's only 15 minutes? It says it was only 15 minutes. Is there anything I can do to prove that? Doesn't seem like anything sticks out to me. So I better just press anything that sticks out. Not enough time for someone to commit murder? Hold it. Now why exactly would you say that? Oh, okay, I guess that's not... Only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak. Hang on, as the judge says, I find that highly suspicious. I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through his meals pretty fast. Well, I was facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even I have to take my time eating that kind of food, lol. Well, Phoenix, his testimony is too short to get any kind of useful information out of it. All you have to do is prove that he was able to go to Studio 1 in that time. Great. As if that's all. Okay, I'll just press everything. Alright, what time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45? 2:30? That's the time of the death. So at the start of the break, he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back at the end of the break. It's possible, time-wise. But the problem is, with the monkey head, it's not possible. Space-wise. It's only 15 minutes, 15... So what were you doing for those 15 minutes there? Eating my T-bone steak? What else? There were 2 plates on that table, though. Oh, right. You're the one with Diva's... sorry, Dee Vasquez's plate. We call her Diva, for short, you know. Dee Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that is quite a feat. Yeah, I know, right? Now I have time for someone to say, come here. So why is that objection? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any one of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Everything wrong in Wrightville? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1? Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? It sounds impossible, doesn't it? But it has to be. If I agree to let everyone in that trailer off the hook, then the trial will be over in a heartbeat. And Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the meeting. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility. I suppose you might say that. Alright, I've got the judge thinking now. Tisk, 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 right. Never a dull moment with you, is it? What's your point, Edgeworth? I know my hair is spiky, but... yeah, that's exactly it. There's nothing dull about you, is there? Except for your hair. Wait, what? Look, you've been doing your homework, haven't you? Take a look at your court record. The court record? Surely you knew that from 2:15 to 4 the path between the studios was blocked? Mrs. Monkey's head had fallen across the path. Oh, shit, you're right. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkey had barred the way. It's actually Mr. Monkey, to be politically correct, Edgeworth. But he has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. No counter-argument, Mr. Wright? Then I'm afraid you lose. This round. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? That's it? Did I make a wrong choice? Oh shit. Very well, the court's opinion on this case is as follows. We found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They, therefore, have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find poor Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Oh no. Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for a recess. I betcha this witness is the boy. Same boy that Gumshoe kidnapped. What are we gonna do now, Chief? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia, don't tell me you're gonna give up. I mean, if you give up, a dead person, what hope do I have as a living person? Now, don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. You still see a chance in this? Now, only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. But isn't being wrong mean that... Well, what's gonna happen to me now? Kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. They look like they want to lock me up in a zoo. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you do happen to go to that zoo, I'll be sure to visit you. On the other hand, if you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong, not yourself. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere after all, including one little Maya. You seem different than usual, but thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids, in a way. So, let's do it. Wait, how does the chief stay so calm and cool under these conditions? Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Oh, nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground here. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Cody's too short. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. I have one such box. In fact, I'm using one too. God, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Your Honor, are you really that short? Will the witness state his name and grade in school, I suppose? Witness? What? Just because you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around. What? Is a little stinking brat talking back to me? Cody? Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, what is wrong with your witness? Please remember that you're speaking to a child, so try and be gentle. Me being gentle? preposterous. Witness, Cody. Wow. I can see he's having trouble with this whole gentle gentleman thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident? Yeah, you got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? Want me to tell you and Gramps with a beard over there? Mr. Edgeworth would be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen. What the heck is going on? I'm not a grandpa, you listen here. I'm a bearded gentleman. I just happen to look old. I'm prematurely bald, is all. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. I know that, Your Honor. My apologies. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, though. But I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. Better make a note of it in the court record. Yep, Cody's camera. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. Witness testimony. I wonder if he's going to be yet another unreliable witness, as all witnesses in this series is. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once, so I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. But, be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child here. Child? Really? This kid is tougher than most adults we've seen here, honestly. So he says that he saw the murder happen. He saw how someone dressed in the Steel Samurai killed his mortal enemy. Got kinda lost. The Steel Samurai. And the Steel Samurai took him down, pow. I have my camera. But here's the thing. He says he didn't have his camera, but I thought he always had it on him. Objection! Objection. Gotta be gentle with him, remember? Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you just say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. This is a court of law, you understand that, right? I mean, you put your hand on the Bible and you swore to tell the truth, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you? Uh-oh. Was I putting the pressure on too much? Was it the music? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? Really? It's a digital camera, Your Honor. It's, kind of a new sort of camera? How do I explain this? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe for 1 second you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Objection, Mr. Wright. How cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney, no one should lie in court. What do you mean, a prosecuting attorney? Are you saying moi is a liar? I don't know, I'm not the one saying it, you're the one saying it. So, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that? Now I can see where the scrapbook's coming into play. So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well, please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. What he saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy, wham! And then the bad guy stops moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules. That's it? That's all? Oh, that was brief. I was honestly expecting long-winded testimonies from a little boy, but... Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. In some ways, it kind of helps that there's less to peruse. Actually, you have a camera. I want to say, though, this scrapbook would say otherwise. Because didn't he boast that he had photos of every victory of every battle Steel Samurai? As in, he would never have missed snapping a photo of the decisive victory. Whoops. I went too far there. I should probably press. Hold on. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once. No? Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting in that. Jeez. Steel Samurai goes for the bad guy, wham. Hold on, so the bad guy attacked him first? Yeah? What sort of person was this, bad guy? I told you. Person, he was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see. And what happened next? Well, then the bad guy stopped moving. Hold on. So why did he... Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Could you be more specific? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do that? With the samurai kick, and a punch, and a chop, and a slap. Something like that. He's being awfully vague about this part. But don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Let's see what happens. Yeah. If I press too hard now, the judge might keep me from continuing. Let's sit back and see how the rest of this goes. Okay, maybe on second thought I need to press harder. Press him harder. Cody? What? You sound like my dad. Something's bothering me, you see. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? And yet, it looks like you missed the most important part. Objection. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. Objection. Because what he states is clearly not at all what he should have seen. Like, you know as well as I do, he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of a murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight, but it seems you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? Well, how would I know? Phoenix, I think you're on the right track with this. But think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai, yes. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Why wouldn't he watch? Can I show evidence? Your Honor, I have evidence. What? Really? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Because of his path to glory thing. Here's my proof. I don't see it. Could I have a do-over? Wait, this doesn't prove anything. Huh. Lost your nerve, have you? Very well, I ask you a question again. We've ascertained the blah 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 blah. I don't think he was watching something else, right? Because he would never turn his eyes away. It's being vague, so there must be a reason he couldn't watch it. Because he couldn't watch it. I mean, how could he calmly watch a murder taking place at his age, right? Objection. Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight like on TV. Wait, murder? What are you talking about here? Nothing. Shut up, Cody. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. Yeah, but if he saw blood, wouldn't he realize something's weird here? Because it's a children's show, right? There shouldn't be blood. I have to agree with Mr. Edgeworth here, as always. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have another explanation? Okay, he was watching something else. Well, he missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else, probably. Probably. Something else? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Oh, come on, think of something. Nope, nothing. Mr. Wright, stop daydreaming. Please refrain from making baseless claims. Yeah, sorry, Your Honor. Okay, so I have to show evidence, it seems. Your Honor, I have evidence. Why would he look away? The camera? Here's my proof. What? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera, right? Yes, I'm aware of that. So he's not entirely familiar with its operation? Yes, I'm aware of that too. Oh! Yeah, correct. I think you're seeing what I'm seeing here. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? No, my problem is picking on unreliable witnesses. Look, it's called pressing, okay? Not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there's only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. That's because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight while fiddling around with the camera, correct? Oh, he's silent. Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than just that. Let's have him testify again. Right. Wow. Yeah, you're being really ruthless towards this kid. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody? Could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Just let that sink in there, eh, Cody? Yeah. I know you want to cry. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. That's it? Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'll find out anyways. Let me proceed with the cross-examination. Yeah, you're right, Pops. Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain. Hold on, camera. I want more details of this was. So you saw the beginning of the fight? Yeah? Did you notice anything unusual? Well, guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely. I guess that would mean the limp, right? Was it? How did my camera take a picture? The lens wouldn't open times I missed it. That's all that happened? Okay. Are you sure that's all? Yeah, I told you. I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one. I find that hard to believe. He definitely would have taken a picture, right? There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Haggins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye again? How did you know? I can see through lies, Cody Hackins. It's my power. Although, technically it should be Apollo's power, but I'm using it right now. Wow. No, not really. I'm just bluffing. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Really? You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Well, you know, why won't he keep a picture like that? It's becoming less and less cooperative. I should find a clear contradiction soon, with some solid evidence. How do I pick holes in such a short testimony, huh? Has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Get all the skeletons out of his closet. Yeah, alright, Chief. I think this is where the snapbook comes into play. Objection. Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody and objection, you just point your finger at me and yell something. Oh, sorry about that. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. You see it? Right here? Huh? My scrapbook? Yeah, what was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody? What? Did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe, as you claim? Because if you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it like that. Wouldn't you have kept it for your album? Mr. Wright, what is this album you speak of? Well, it's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by one Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find it odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of Steel Samurai, none were from that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If, as Cody witnessed, the Steel Samurai had defeated the victim, certainly you would expect to see a picture of it in the album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. Huh. Strange that you were actually that observant. Wait, no. No way. Phoenix? I think we're getting to the truth here. Man, what a truth it is. Mia, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, are we sure about this? Did he actually? Yep. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Go on, tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth really is.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took?
Because the Steel Samurai didn't win? I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos.
You mean the Steel Samurai lost?
Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell us the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai, didn't he?
No way, no. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever.
Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There's a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. Same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it's inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody had witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. And neither can this court, apparently.
Order! Order! I will have order! Witness, I mean, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
There's the tear works there. Oh, great, Phoenix. We've made a child cry. Cody? Look, I don't want to do this, but you forced me here. That day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight. Am I right?
Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move.
Wow, this changes everything.
Order! Order!
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. But according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell.
Mr. Wright, what is going on?
Apparently, we have all made a serious error here.
An error? Me? Impossible.
What is this all about? The Steel Samurai was the victim here. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai is not the killer, he's the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was inside of that Steel Samurai costume.
Order! 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 So, the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you are saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer?
That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. So he would have obviously known about Will Powers' foot injury.
But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already?
That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony?
On the day of the murder, I arrived at guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station, I guess.
Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch, but no one saw him going to Studio One. It also didn't get picked up by the cameras, if you think about it. There's no pictures of him going there. He must have waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the room and stole the Steel Samurai costume.
But Why would the victim do such a thing?
I have no clue. I get it.
What?
I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops!
Me? Pops? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data? You mean...
Yeah, a photo on my digital camera.
What? What are you saying here? Show us, quick!
No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that.
Do it now!
Fine, here, this is it.
Well, looking at this is still hard to say. And I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence.
Sorry, this doesn't look like the proof that we need. I'll just give it back.
Wait a second, Phoenix.
Yeah, what?
Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is the evidence we need to win this trial.
What?
Your Honor? Could I see that photo once more, please?
Certainly. Here, why not?
Phoenix, show them. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo.
I see it too.
Find the inconsistency that in the photo.
Why, it's this thing right here.
Take that.
I think it's here. No, I don't see it. Oh, yeah, right. You want to rethink it then?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
I think it should be this one, right? Because I thought that was a 2, but that's an S. This one.
Your Honor, look here.
I see a gate.
Yeah? But look at the number on that gate more clearly.
The number? Ah, yes, well, it's a little cut off, but it looks like a 2.
It's clearly not a 1, right?
Ugh.
Well, I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at.
But that's impossible. What's going on? What's this all about? Could someone explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court, please?
Let's use the studio guide map here. The body was found here in Studio 1, yes? However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It doesn't say 1 on the gate. Your Honor, I'd say here's the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place.
Why, right here.
It's here at Studio 2.
I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. Because, as you may recall, there's a trailer in Studio 2. On that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. And there was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. As we all know with the monkey statue, right? It means like there's no way people could have entered or left the studios. So yeah. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime there. And the path to the trailer was blocked.
So we've heard.
The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim must have went to Studio 2 before that time.
Yes, I suppose that would be the case.
In that case, remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony. Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could have not gone to Studio 1. In reality, though, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer in Studio 2 could have committed this murder. Because they're the only ones with access to the scene of the crime at that moment, Studio 2. No one else could have gone there.
Order! Order!
The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Miss Oldback saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume, and then he went to Studio 2.
Objection! This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim.
Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume?
Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder?
Well, no, of course not.
Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume.
Isn't the photo proof enough? Well, the photo doesn't prove that it was Jack specifically. Is the sleeping pills proof? Let's bluff and say, yes, I have proof.
You do? You do, Mr. Wright.
What, are they so surprised suddenly because I'm much less confident? Although, I'm probably right. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. I think it's the sleeping pills. Here, this is it.
An empty medicine bottle.
You see, I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. This label reads, sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills?
Yet the defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. But he was drugged by Mr. Hammer.
Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Your Honor, I have an idea. Why don't we just fingerprint the bottle?
An idea, very well, let's hear it.
I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle.
You're using fingerprints now? What newfangled technology? I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle.
Empty bottle given to the judge.
This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Atkins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. Steel Samurai seen by Miss Oldback may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. And the scene of the crime was not Studio 1 but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Well, your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow.
Guess we're moving on to the third day of the trial, or day 4, technically. Oh, great, that's a lot of homework to give, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth? You will also have homework. I need you to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you'll need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. You two better figure it out. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Oof. We're on a roll, aren't we? October 19, 2:47 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair and a photo, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. But isn't your home... heaven? You know, me too. I thought about going to heaven too. Really? I was thinking the same thing. You both seemed so confident, though. Yeah, maybe I should take up a career in acting, or maybe poker. I could be good at bluffing. Yeah, I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Yeah, me too. Dead? Me? Don't worry, being dead's not all that bad, honestly. Of course, we're just kidding. You sure about that? Well, I wasn't kidding. Anyways, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Or they'll hang you, I guess. Someone, at least. Right, thanks. To be continued, huh? You know, if this were a realistic court, then it would have easily been... This should have been the end, technically. We've proven that there's no way Will could have committed the murder, because he didn't have access to Studio 2. In a real court, we could have just easily ended on, there's no way my defendant here could be guilty. Case closed. But nope, we gotta find a real murderer. And, oh, let's look at that. Let's do that on the next stream. Just about out of time. So this will be it for today's stream. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and join us next time for, I believe, the conclusion to episode 3 of the first Phoenix Wright game. Yeah. Well, Zark saying, I'll see you then.